Well, that's officially the full build done. I'm honestly so happy with it. So I'll give you all a little bit of a tour. I think we'll start off with the cornfield over here. Well, I say corn. It's bamboo with candles on top of it. I don't know if this is possible in survival mode, but it definitely isn't creative. So just to give that corn feeling, I've I think the bamboo looks like quite a good stock, especially because it's got them leaves, and then the candles work quite well too. Obviously, with the carrots and stuff, I've used farmland, but as far as I know, bamboo can't grow on farmland, so I've used podzol because I think it's like the most similar in colour. This might be a bit of a niche reference, but this kind of reminds us of the cornfield from Totoro, like the grandma's cornfield, just because you can like walk around in it. It's like really tall. This is quite simple detail, but this is a path. I wanted quite a gravelly feel, so I used andesite as the main block, and then pale moss as the shadow, and clay as the highlight. And I think it's turned out pretty nice, honestly. Another little detail with the path is these cushion logged azalea leaves. It's like a transition from path to terrain, and I love it so much. Like, you don't notice it at first, but then when you stop and look, it's just so nice. It genuinely looks really good. My only complaint is it took forever. It was so tedious. Like, it was like 1 snow layer, 2 snow layer, 3 snow layer, 4 snow layer, 5 snow layer, then cushion, then break the snow layers to put the leaves down. And I had to do that maybe like 200 times, all by hand. And then sometimes you would misclick and like accidentally break the cushion or the snow layer or place the leaf wrong. And it was just, it was a nightmare, honestly. It looks really good though, so I guess at the end of the day it's worth it. Yeah, I think I like it, so I'm pretty happy with it. And then we go along to this wheat field. It's nothing special, just a wheat field. It's a bit like Mumbo's one next to a starter base and this hermitcraft season. There's not really much I can say about that, if I'm totally honest. We'll keep on going along the path here to a bit more of an exciting field. This is, well, it was originally going to be like a vineyard, so like grapes, inspired by Corellis from Hermitcraft. And I was going to like cushion log all of the leaves with purple cushions to make it look like grapes. But then I realised how long that would take, so I just went with resin instead. And it kind of looks like oranges now. I think honestly it looks just as good, and it took half the time, so I'm pretty happy with it. So we've got like a little field of orange bushes now, which I mean, it wasn't the plan, but I like it, so you know what, it's all good. And then if we go over here, we've got the beetroot field, I think. Yeah, and again, it's not that exciting, apart from I've used cushion log bushes as like giant beetroot just to spice it up a little bit, break up the grid. And I've done something similar here with the carrots. And that's pretty much all with the fields, apart from just like, I think for the woods of this build, I've used either pale oak or normal oak. And obviously all of these fields have like a wood fence around them. So I've alternated normal oak like here on the cornfield and pale oak like here on the wheat field. So yeah, there's pale oak next to carrots, normal oak next to beetroot, pale oak next to the oranges. And I don't know, I think it just spices it up a bit, adds a nice bit of variety. And then I've got these cool entrances too, just to add a bit of whimsy. And I love how well the diorite goes with the pale oak, so yeah. I guess onto the main event now, which is the barn, or the farmhouse, or whatever you want to call it. I went with kind of quite a cartoony style here. Like, it's definitely not realistic, but I really love the way it's turned out. The roof was so hard to build. Like, it took us a good 3 tries just to get, like, the curviness and steepness right. And then this gradient from red nether brick to mangrove, I wasn't sure about initially, but I really like it, actually. It just looks nice and fits in with the cartoon style. And then the pale oak kind of supporting is really nice. I've used bone blocks to kind of represent like a dirtier pale oak where there's been a bit of wear and tear. So that's why I've used them at the bottom there. And then we've got a couple of horse pens in here, some hay, and some support beams. The interior's not that exciting. And then I'm quite proud of the door. And then moving quickly on to the tree. I've went with like a cartoony style again for the tree, just so it kind of fitted in with the vibe of the barn. And yeah, it's definitely not realistic, but I just love the way it kind of like, it's messy, but in a good way. Obviously, I've got all these trapdoors and stuff. And I really like the leaves. I think the shading going from mangrove at the bottom for like darker and oak in the middle, and then azalea at the top for like a highlight is really cool. I like it. It's quite round, which obviously isn't realistic, but it just looks really nice. I think the green complements the red of the farmhouse quite well. So yeah, I guess. So yeah, I guess that's like the whole thing done. Like, I'm so happy with it. Like, it genuinely just looks really, really nice. It's not the biggest build ever, but I think it's just the small details really make it. It's just a really nice farm. Like, I honestly think I would live here. Oh, hang on. Have I left? I've forgotten an azalea bush there. Oh well, my bad. We'll just pretend that doesn't exist, and yeah. Well, guys, yep, I've enjoyed building this. I hope you've enjoyed watching us build this. And yeah, so that brings us to the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day. Bye bye.